Today I want to talk about The Spy Who Came In From the Cold by John le Carré, which is the quintessential spy novel. Uh, it takes place in the Cold War during the 50s, um, when the Berlin Wall was still up. And the main character, Alec Lemus, is the section chief for MI6, and he loses a string of agents to the other side, and he gets canned from his position and kind of down and out on his luck. Um, so he's the story is kind of he's offered a chance to redeem himself by going back and getting a final agent out named Munt. He's kind of approached by the other side as well to become a double agent. So it's an interesting, intriguing developments that he's got to work through as he's planning his mission. Um, he There's a lot of crossing and double crossing and kind of questionable motives by everybody, and I think the ending it will still be a twist even if you're trying to think of all the permutations of what's going on. It's a really good book. Um, it seems more realistic to me than James Bond type spy thriller. I actually haven't read any Ian Fleming, but going based on the movies, how over the top they are, this is not anything like that. This is very realistic. The A lot of moral ambiguity on both sides, and kind of looking back at that time, it's kind of interesting that what was it all for? Kind of nowadays, all this spy craft and stuff that was going on, it's like it doesn't mean anything anymore. I think probably the height of spying was back when the Cold War was on. I don't think we. I mean, obviously, I don't know, but it doesn't seem like we have the same level of spying going on. We have different objectives. Even though we don't get along with Russia, I'm sure there's still spies around. There's probably Chinese spies and stuff. Russian spies around, and we probably have spies over there. But it just doesn't seem to be at the intense level that this time period had. Um, it's a great book, and like I said, if you're going to read one spy novel, this would be the one I'd recommend. Uh, and it's just really excellent writing. The new editions say it's a George Smiley novel. If you're looking at it, George does appear, but he's just a minor character in this book, so it's not really a George Smiley novel. But it's really good. So if you like John le Carré and you haven't read it yet, go ahead and read it. If you've read it and you want more, he's got Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, Smiley's People. There's a whole bunch of spy books with George Smiley that I think are great. Just excellent books. So we'll talk to you next time. Thank you.